Hey, Steve. Good to see you, first of all.
I do.
Uh, I'm curious, having competed against Greg Popovich for a number of years, what's it been like working with him these past few kind of national team summers? And what have you learned about his coaching style or approach that maybe you wouldn't have learned had you not been able to be this close?
Well, it's been amazing working with him, Dan. I mean, I played for him for 4 years, so I got a good look at him from the playing side. But it's totally different when you're, behind the scenes coaching with him. And so I've just really enjoyed seeing the preparation. Watching him at work in coaching meetings, planning practice. I think he's a master communicator with the players, and to see him transition from the coaches' meetings where we're picking everything apart and really trying to zero in on what we need to accomplish to the team meeting where he's then communicating his vision to the guys. It's pretty remarkable. He's as good as anybody I've ever seen with the communication aspect of it. And so it's been a great experience for me to watch him and learn from him. And it's also really fun. He's just a great guy to be around, and the whole staff is having an amazing time together.
Next up, we'll go to Fago Franklin, and then we will go to Amari. Fago, are you on mute? Okay, we'll go to, I hope I'm saying the name right, Amari with Liquid.
Yeah, hi, it's Amoy. Hello, Coach Steve. I hope you can hear me fine. I wanted to ask you about the 2019 quarterfinal in China game against France. What do you remember on the way the French team played in this game, and did anything surprise you? Do you expect the same kind of opposition this year? And what was the most valuable lesson you learned from this game, and how can it, if it will, serve you for the game to come?
Yeah, I remember France played very well. They hit several big 3-point shots at the very end of the shot clock during that game. And we really struggled to score. Their defense was good. And I think over the last 5 minutes, I think we might have scored, 6 points or something. So they made the plays when they had to down the stretch, and they played a great game. So it wasn't our best effort, but we know the team well. They haven't changed much. They have all the same guys with Fournier and Gobert and Batum and DeColo and others. So that's one of the interesting things about international basketball is our team changes every year, and the teams we play against stay the same. And that's the big challenge, is that they have a lot of continuity, and so we know the team we played against 2 summers ago. We know them pretty well, and we're hoping that experience can help us this time around.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll go to Brian Mahoney and then Chris Sheridan.
Can you hear me okay, Steve?
I can, Brian.
Great, thanks. Sort of a yesterday's news question, I know, but it's something that if the Olympics had been held last year, it would have been held during the election year with a president who kind of had been critical of both you and Pop through the years. Would it have been awkward at all for you guys to be playing? And, you guys are open to any questions during the season, talking about any issues. If there had been, political type questions, how you would have handled it, during the Olympics?
Well, that's why I'm an assistant coach. Pop would have had to handle it, so I would have allowed him to do so.
I mean, is it nice now to have, sort of a restored relationship? Under Obama, there was a great respect between USA Basketball and the Olympic team and the White House, and it didn't seem like that maybe would have happened last year.
Well, I think what's interesting when you put on the USA jersey as a player, or, the polo shirt as a coach, you just feel a great sense of pride, and you feel it as a group. You're overseas together. You really want to represent the country in the right way. You want to feel proud of your efforts. You want to feel good about everything that you're experiencing, and that's everything that we're trying to accomplish. So I don't know. I really don't think about all that stuff too much. I just think about playing and winning and representing ourselves the right way.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Chris Sheridan, you're up, and then we will go to Rod Beard.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Steve. I believe I still owe you $2, and I got a bone to pick with you about that. I wanted to get an update on the guys that are coming in from the finals: Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Devin Booker. Where are they in the process of sort of just getting together with the team and playing catch up? And what kind of quarantine are they having to operate under, and how is that impacting you guys?
My understanding is that they will arrive on Saturday, and Jeff Van Gundy will be with them. Jeff is helping coach the team, and we're hoping that Jeff can share some of the concepts, some of the ideas that we're trying to impart to the players, some of the ways we're trying to attack and defend. Jeff will be able to share some of the strategic aspects with the guys. And then, we play the next night, so it's a quick turnaround. And one of the big topics in our coaches meetings is, how quickly can we play those guys? Because chances are they're all three going to be in our rotation. They're great players. There's a reason they're on the team. They're three of the best players in the world. So we need to figure that out. It'll be a collaborative effort with them. We'll see how they're feeling. The day after they arrive, and we'll see if they're ready to go. But we can't really predict any of that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Rod Beard, and then we will go to Pago Franklin.
Hey, Steve, hope you're doing well. Wanted to ask you about the protocols, and obviously you've been navigating through these through the past season plus. But when you've got a scare with a guy like Zach and then with Jeremy, how just tough is that to deal with, knowing that you might have one guy one day and then just not have him the next day because of the protocols?
Yeah, it's we're all kind of used to it by now. We've all been through it in the NBA season. You just kind of roll with the punches. So more than anything, you just cross your fingers and you hope that everybody is testing negatively and being able to play. I mean, we all feel terribly for Bradley Beal, who is having a great camp and so looking forward to playing in the Olympics. And then for him to have that opportunity taken away, it's devastating. But it's 2021. It's we're all sort of used to this by now. You just have to keep pushing forward.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Pago Franklin.
Hey, how you doing, Coach?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. What do you like about JaVale McGee and the experience he brings defensively? And what are your thoughts about Giannis' performance the other night?
Well, we like JaVale. We talked about him 2 years ago. During the World Cup, we thought he might be a good fit. He's one of the fastest big men in the game and great scorer around the basket. He's got great hands and can catch a lob and score easily. So we think he could really play a good role for us and take advantage of the international rules and be an effective player. So we're excited to have him here. As for Giannis, just a breathtaking performance, amazing basketball player and equally impressive as a human being. Wonderful for the league to see that kind of performance and to hear the maturity and the gratitude and the pure joy that came out of him after that win. It's beautiful to watch.
Thank you, Coach.
Mhm.
We'll go next to Amaury and then Jan.
Again, Coach. You've had to coach Kevin Durant for a few years. What's it like to get to coach him again with Team USA? And do you think it's changed at all?
It's great to be back with Kevin. We're having a lot of fun. It was an amazing experience to coach him for 3 years in Golden State. He's one of the most incredible players in the history of the game. So to be back with him has been fun. It's this game is funny. The NBA. If you're around long enough, you just have all these reunions with people. Whether it's me coaching with Pop, after playing with him all those years ago, or coaching Kevin again. These sort of relationships just last a long time, and they sort of come and go at the same time. So it's an interesting dynamic, but I'm having a great time coaching Kevin, and thrilled that he's here. He's obviously one of our key players in this tournament.
We got time for 2 more questions. We'll go with Jan and then Dan Wilkie.
Hello, Steve. I just wanted to follow up on Kevin Durant. I wanted to ask you, he's been phenomenal in those FIBA international tournaments. I wanted to know, according to you, how did he do this? I mean, how was he able to adjust so well in these different rules and different games? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I just think Kevin is one of the most skilled basketball players in the history of the game. It's amazing to watch him at 6'11", to see his fluidity on the floor, his footwork, the extension on his jump shot. It's almost impossible to challenge his shot. He's a breathtaking player, and so that translates to any basketball, NBA, FIBA, it doesn't matter. His game's going to translate.
Hey, Steve. I think it's fair to say that simplifying complicated concepts is like an important part of coaching just in general. But under these circumstances, when you've had, a quarter of your team not available because they're playing in the NBA finals, you've had guys in and out of protocols, like when people say like, we're trying to keep it simple, how simple has it been? And how has it been even more so than I would imagine a typical circumstance?
Well, these circumstances are so unique, with 3 players not having practiced for a single minute with us to arrive and then suddenly be thrown into the starting lineup. You can imagine we're not going to have a ton of plays. It would be impossible. Those guys have been kind of busy, recently. So we weren't about to, send them a mini playbook or something. They had a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to play out of concepts more than we're going to play out of plays. We want to play with pace, and we want to move the ball, and we want to allow our players to use their considerable talents. And we're very confident that they'll be able to do so even without a ton of practice time.